and my name is Jordan Oveas. If it's your first time tuning in, I've been documenting my journey for the last 305 days here on YouTube. Started off with like daily vlogs, and then transitioned to Max. What are you doing? Hey, what? Who are you barking at? Who are you barking at, Max? I'm with my dog here. I go walks with Max every day. Well, not every day. Well, at night I do. But yeah, I've been documenting my journey for the last 305 days. Started off with like daily vlogs, and then now just doing lives every day. Really to talk about what I've been building, like what happened the previous day, and then what's happening today. So yeah. And the title of each video is related to what happened yesterday or today. So, but yeah, just got off the call yesterday actually. Had my first demo with Chris at Innovate Niagara. So thank you again. Shout out to Josh Galt. One thing about that was Innovate Niagara is a nonprofit, so it made me think like, okay, wow, like maybe there's a way that I can give people a feeling of what a community feels like on dayNumber. And so I ended up building out like today, this morning, a tracking tab on dayNumber where you can track other founders on dayNumber up to 5, and you can ask one insight per day on all across all the founders that you're tracking, right? So because it's not just investors that track founders; it's other founders track other founders. You want to see who's up and coming, what they're building, something you can learn from them, get inspired by them, or yeah, you just want to see what's up. And then there's also the founders feed that's already there. So I ended up building that out, so that way anybody that's thinking about using it for like a community, they could just try it out with the tracking tab, right? Track 5 founders and then see how it actually works out. Any 5 founders that you're supporting. So I built that this morning, and then yesterday, I was supposed to meet with somebody that's part of called Desal Group, and Desal Group, it helps. Their goal is to help people get into the VC space, and essentially they become partners by helping you. They basically take care of all the compliance, and the structure, and all that kind of stuff, and also they take care of the legal stuff, like in terms of like starting a fund. So pretty much, they have an option called the Start Fund, which is basically the ability for you to raise at least $150,000 fund, at minimum, and they basically allow you to send out letters to limited partners, so people that could potentially invest, and then you represent like pretty much a partnership with the Desal Group. So you leverage their expertise, um, the wisdom and all that kind of stuff. The guy that leads the Desal Group is actually who created the Safe Note. So Adeo, I think Resi. But yeah, anyways, met with them today. Again, one of the representatives, Nathan, and yeah, it was good. We basically agreed to start the fund. Just have to go through some compliance stuff, and I'm gonna start eventually backing founders on dayNumber. So my goal is to be the first check to any founder that's on dayNumber. So if we're gonna write a check to anyone, they have to be on dayNumber. That's like our first mandate. That's one of the first things. If they're not on dayNumber, then we're not backing you, right? And so yeah, if you are a founder on this, welcome. Would love to see what you're building, and eventually be the first check that goes into your company. To help support you to fulfill your mission with what you're doing, right? And so yeah, so welcome everyone. Where are you guys all tuning in from today? I'm here with Maxi Boy. Beautiful day out today. Yeah, where's everyone tuning in from today? Yeah, so that's essentially what I'm going to be doing is low key, and this is going to be awesome because this is what I've been talking about before, and they're okay with after the first fund going off and doing my own. But who knows? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this first fund. Because I've always started out like 305 days ago. My thought was always to start a fund, um, and I wanted to support early stage founders at the earliest stage. So now, if you're a founder and you want that support, go to dayNumber.io. Comment below to just let me know which what's your basically account name. Your account name will basically be the email you signed up with, but before the @ sign. So you won't tell me like the domain. And then if you comment that here, I'll add you to the group community that I'm bringing on up to 50 founders. Right now we have 5 so far, including myself. It's 6. So yeah, just waiting for Max to go to the washroom. What are you guys up to today? If you're just tuning in for the first time, if you didn't know, I'm also a magician. That's why my name you see there is Magic Jordan. Because I've been doing magic for the last 23 years. Like performing, practicing, performing. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I like to talk about business most of the times I go on here. Um, what are you guys up to today? And one of the things I usually do to spark the conversation is like, where are you guys tuning in from? So I'm out here in Canada, myself, somewhere in between Toronto and Niagara Falls, around there. So yeah, if you're building in public already, would love to track your journey as well. I want to track your dayNumber, your building, what you're building, and maybe potentially invest in you. Be your first check. That's my goal. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Right. All right, Max. Well, yeah, where are you guys all tuning in from today? If you're just tuning in, remember sure to like and subscribe as well. Make sure to like and subscribe as well. I go live. Usually at this point, Max likes to jump around, as you can see. Max, you ready? He's ready. You ready? You ready, Max? Yeah, it's yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, look, I just want to share that with you guys. That I'd love to support you guys. My whole mission is to support early stage founders to fulfill their mission with what they're building, and my main mission is actually my goal is that I want to prove that daily documentation will lead to everything else. Knowing, and also, well, there's three things. The one action that you take, with the platform, and essentially is what I've been doing here on YouTube and on my own platform for the last 130 some odd days. It's just daily documentation of what happened, because I've been doing it here for the last 305 days, but you know, and yeah, it's the one problem that I had was that I couldn't ask my videos, my collection of videos, like a question. I could say, hey, when did I actually name dayNumber? DayNumber, what day was that, right? But on dayNumber now I can. If I documented, something happened, I can ask, okay, where or when did this happen? And then also spot patterns as well, like things you need to know, like an honest reflection of who you are as a founder and what you're building, right? So what you're building towards all ultimately, right? Because sometimes what you're building right now may not be the thing that you're actually that's going to get you to where you're moving towards, right? So for me, like I said, 305 days ago, yes, I wanted to launch a VC fund, do a documentary series. Hey, what's going on, City Gamer? Welcome back. City Gamer says, hi, buddy, I'm back. Welcome back. City Gamer says, how are you? I am doing great, man. I'm doing great. Yeah, just talking about how what you're building is not always the thing that's going to get you there. So I didn't know I was going to be building a platform to support founders. I knew I wanted to develop like a network, a community globally, but didn't know how that was going to shape out. And I always wanted to build a fund to deploy capital into these startup founders. I, I didn't know how it was going to happen. So now, finally, I just signed an agreement with the Salt Group to actually, partner with them to go raise the fund, and then also the deal flow as well, which is every founder that's on dayNumber. City Gamer says, "Where are you? It's morning. It's night here. It's night here. How's that? How's that? Yours or yours?" Yeah, it's daytime. Daytime, man. Yeah, Max, he's right here. Max. Yeah, I'm out in Canada, actually. Out in Canada. Where you coming from again? I forgot. So yeah, that's why one of the things that kept I was saying to my friend Paul throughout this whole journey is the main thing that kept me going is documenting daily, publicly, and knowing that at least one person saw what I posted, maybe even one person, who knows, right? And that's and for me, that meant more. That meant more like honoring my word to keep going, right? Even on days when I didn't feel like it. Um, you could see like a couple days ago, I even went live without any sound or um, sound or voice. Just had like a green screen in the background. City Gamer says, "That's your pet." Yep, that's my pet, Maxi boy. Yeah. So yeah, that's the main thing. Just keep going. Document it somewhere. If you want to document your daily journey with me and other people, go on dayNumber.io. Would love to see your journey, track your journey, and see how I can support. It's not always money that you need to support with. Sometimes you're not. It's not money. It's more of like the direction you're going, or product market fit. And usually that's getting that traction. Maybe it's a pitch. Maybe money is just one part of the problem, or one piece of the pie. Not even the problem, but one piece of the puzzle. To make a successful company. So, anyways, have a great day, the rest of your day, guys. What's the name of your little friend? Maxi boy. Yeah. Yeah. So, have a great rest of your day, guys. Shud. Bye. Jadibar. Welcome. Says hi. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Shout out to Shud, Jadibar, City Gamer, and be sure to like and subscribe. I'll be live again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.